Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks.
We play to win. Let's go!
Let's go!
2,
70 ending.
2,
All day. 80 weapons.
watch the safety creep. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out.
Good
Excellent
job, D,
run
good
blitz.
job.
Stop that
That's
one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task,
Get
to
ready,
follow up your
get ready.
assignment, go to the
Check
gap
forward,
you're
check
supposed to
forward.
cover,
Check
and
your
not be
hot read.
deterred by
Slam,
anything
slam,
else.
Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Come on, run to the ball.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On the double. Y'all not ready.
Double tight. Hey. Got three down.
Now they try the right side here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take a...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check nine.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Ready.
Right here, guys. Mike T. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Rush in.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Well, now a carry here for the fullback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Go.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Check. Orbit. Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch the pass. Here we go. Go. Tight dog.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's going to be a long day. Check.
Topper.
Okay. Bust. Hey, turn it up. Check.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 30. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback,
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
That's it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Mike 10, Mike 10. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And to give this time to the tailback. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Two tights, two tights. 4 down.
Now they try the right side here.
I got 83.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Go, hey, run it, run.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, third and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Whip. Watch the whip. Undercrunch.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Check safety. 218. Trouble. Hey, motion.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Rhino.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Watch two.
All day.
Kill.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Last stop.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Run.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Let's go.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Get there.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Alert 3.
Now a handoff looking right.
Run. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
4 down. 10's the mic. I got you, punk. Bravo.
Mike 10.
They'll try and run for it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check Mike 21.
Here I come.
Watch the twist.
Shift.
Switch.
Singletary to get the drive started. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions.
Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Coming after you.
Sunday.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now wins.
Check Mike 21.
You don't know no better.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
You crazy.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming.
On second down, McCaffrey.
Get wide.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
There we go.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hang with us. Watch the shift.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's it, baby.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All day, any day.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Oh, you got deep?
He's crashed. Checking crash.
Right back to him on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 10's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Check 99. Check 99.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Jam him. Jam.
He's coming. We got double up.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Run. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I see you, boy.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Show an 8. Mike 5'9". It's just me and you. Mike, check. 59. Check the outs.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 52. Pick the edge. Come. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Mike. Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Run.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good work, boys.
That
Let's
one,
go.
a gain of 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Mike 10. Defense wins championships, baby.
And to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Oh, yeah.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night?
Coming for you, son.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Set, ready. 10 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Sponge. No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing
baby.
yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Ford Tokyo.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their time. timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go, go.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Conley. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's got daylight past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Double tight. 3 down.
3 down, 3 down.
Two's the mic. Check. Mike 2.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Two's the mic. Rabbit. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
37. Check 37.
Watch the edge. Watch twist.
Mike 2.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Tighten up. Kill. Who do you want?
On the run, it's Crowell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
Together, defense. Let's get it together.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Yeah.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll try and run for it. And some room to work. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
No, check three.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the edge. Alert three.
22,
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Here I come again. Tens the mic. Hey, here I come.
One last shot for Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Woo! That's what I'm
Well,
talking
Charles,
about.
exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.